All right. So, hope y'all all enjoyed the highlights, right? We had a wonderful quick take segment. But now we're gonna transition because a lot of people have been talking about this man pretty highly. But you always got cons. There's always cons to every pro. And we're gonna talk about Victor Wembanyama. I call him Wemby for short, just as I like to do a little nicknaming from time to time.
Called him what?
Wemby, as you can see on the bottom. I don't always say Wembanyama. I call him Wemby from time to time. Whims on an occasion, just maybe on a whim. See what I did there? Ooh!
Bars.
But look, so like everyone has been talking about Victor Wembanyama, bro. Like,
yep.
How do you feel about him? Like, how do you feel about him from a worrying standpoint? Let me ask that actually. Like, what's your worries about him?
For his size, he's very coordinated. You see some of these bigger guys who don't really know how to like move around the court without getting hurt, without hurting themselves, right? Everything they do is awkward. It looks like, they're trying their hardest not to fall over their own feet. Like, he moves very fluid. It almost looks fake. Like, you played 2K back in the day. You make your player 7'5", that was 7'6", the tallest you can make them, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like doing all this crazy stuff because everything's up on 99. That's literally what he is, bro. Like, strength is going to be a problem for sure, but I think he also understands the game so well even now, and understands that he doesn't have to try to power through things to prove people wrong. He's been doing a great job watching his game. His fadeaway is amazing. He has a good pull-up. He's shooting off the dribble, step backs, the whole nine. He's a great leader already. Looking at Bol, and of course Bol got hurt at college. I think he's at Oregon actually. He got hurt and didn't play many games. That's who I kind of look at when I think about Victor Wembanyama. Because Bol is like 7'2" or 7'3", somewhere around there. Vic is like, 7'5", 7'6". I think he will be able to stay healthy enough to have a solid career. I think he will have some stretches where he does have to deal with injury, though, naturally. The 7-footers always got to deal with it when they're that mobile. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for him, though. I don't think he needs to put on crazy weight. Now, he can get wiry strong. Like, we look at the Nets, KD. Porzingis has done it this year. KD has done it. And then Nick Claxton. I think that's all he needs to do. But I don't think he needs to turn into Giannis, right? So I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I do expect there to be some lower extremity injuries through his first few years. But learning how to take care of his body, having the best trainers in the world take care of him, or, I think he'll be fine and have a long 10, 15-year career for sure.
I hear all that. I look at it from this standpoint, right? We've had a lot of big men come into the league and have a lot of hype, and they've had injuries. We've had Chet Holmgren, Greg Oden, Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, hell, even Bill Walton. Now, a lot of those players turned out to be pretty damn good. So there's worry because some of those players did not really play. When I say some, I mean Greg Oden on that list in particular. But the talent is there though. But I do also worry about, because not just the physical standpoint, right? The overhypeness. Like, is Buddy gonna? Is he overhyped, bro? Like, because again, he's doing this against players that aren't real. Well, hold on. He's doing this against players in the highlights, right? Like, watch the highlights. Just watch the highlights, because he's doing this against people who don't really appear to be his height. Like, I understand, like, not everyone's 7'5". That's not an average height number, right? Like, but still, I want to see what he does against the 7-footers, like the 7'1", like a Bol, because those skilled players who have the strength and foot speed to guard him, all right, it's a different ball game. Freddie, imagine you going up again. I'm not even trying to downplay his competition too much, right? But imagine you going up against high schoolers who are shorter than you, and it's easy to dominate just because you're taller. You're the constant mismatch. Well, now you go up against people your own height. Like, it's a different ball game. And so that's what I'm looking to see. Like, all right, we've seen what he
Yeah.
can do against people. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've seen what he can do. I know the talent's there. I don't think he's going to get overhyped, but at the same time, I do start to wonder sometimes, all right, when his actual comparison shows up, that will he have the heart to usurp him? Like,
Yeah. Well, let me just ask you this quick. Do you think Bobo is better than Victor Wembanyama right now?
Right now, like point in time, yes.
So you would. So if you had a chance to go out and get Victor Wembanyama right now in exchange for Bobo, you'll say no. I'm staying with Bobo.
No, because Victor's younger. You said you're saying right now.
Bobo's only like 22. I'm sorry.
But like Victor's like 17, 18. Like there's a 4 year
gap. Yeah, but I mean, 22 is young still. Like Bobo just started his career this year.
I get 4 extra years with a player that's taller who got the skill. Like I don't
let you get away with that. You my boy. I'm gonna let you get away with that because that's not the real reason. Because 22, you'll take a. I'm sorry. I'm gonna let you get away with it. You
what
crazy.
You mean? What you mean?
You know good and well you would not. If you had a chance to get Victor Wembanyama right now, any GM in the league will trade Bobo in 3 draft picks to get Victor Wembanyama. You telling me you would not?
I'm saying I would.
Okay, but you said I'm sorry. So you said only because he's young. Yeah, though. That's not the reason.
Yeah, no. I'm talking about if you're saying draft Bobo or Victor, easily Victor because of the age gap. Like that off the break, and they both are clearly talented. But let's not act like Bobo was not a supposed transcendent player when he was coming out of high school. You know what I'm saying? So if we're talking about coming out of high school, they both had a lot of hype. They both had a lot of skill. You're not gonna sleep on getting one over the other if you're talking about out of high school. Point in time, if I'm drafting to play for my team right now, I'm going Bobo. He's the better player right now. Like he's physically, he is physically capable of guarding players and has a more durable body right now than Victor Wembanyama. That's the reason why. For example,
that's what I was getting to though. So that's why I asked that question. But one, Bobo's been hurt early too. He had foot injuries and stuff.
That's why I say right now.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know if Bobo is better than Victor. I don't know if he's better than Victor Wembanyama, bro. But ultimately, what I was going to say, though, is this. You say you don't know if he can compete against 7-footers. I'm not saying he can or can't. I do know he's dominated everything. You can't get to his 7-foot fadeaway, 7'5" fadeaway. He has that in an efficient clip. He doesn't play a wild, like Porzingis tried to be fake strong when he played for us to prove everybody wrong. Victor doesn't care about that. He plays shimmy, fade, right? Crossover, pull up, jump shot, crossover, step back. So that's why I'm just like, okay, even if he can't bang with the big guys in there, so to speak, his game is so fluid and he has an efficient shot that I wouldn't be worried about that just based on seeing what he can do with the basketball. But I do get your cause for concern as far as him banging with a Brook Lopez like for a whole entire game or something.
Yeah. And like I said, when I see I've seen talented players go up against some dogs before, and I think it's too early. Like, I almost want to say it's too early to say if someone has that dog in them, right? Like, Scoop looked like he got that dog in him. Like, I'm sorry, it just looked like it early on, man. Maybe maybe it's different for certain people, but like I don't know if Wemby got it in him like that.
He lost and went it right into chest. So yeah, I get what you're saying for sure. Yeah,
I gotta see if Wemby got that dog in him, because again, that's gonna carry him over those other 7-footers, kind of separate him. Right now, that height difference is definitely helping out. Like again, I'm not acting like he can't do well against 7-footers. We saw him do work against Rudy Gobert, but I'm not trying to discredit Rudy.
One of the greatest Olympians ever, Rudy.
Right, allegedly. But I mean, Rudy's also been getting some slack too because he can't move them puppies. So in a one-on-one scenario, I would expect Wemby to take advantage of Rudy. But in an NBA game, though, how does that transition? You know what I'm saying? Like he's not going up against Rudy. But he's not going up against Rudy though. He's going up against players like Cat now. Maybe Giannis is going to guard him, and Giannis is strapping him down. Like AD, he got to go up against AD. Ayton can guard him. Like there are so many players who are mobile and going to be strong enough to guard him, move him off the block, move him off his spots. I'm interested to see how he shakes out. I know people were and here's the thing. I know people are saying the same thing about KD coming into the league. So that's why I give him the benefit of the doubt.
KD,
but like
Porzingis, Lauri Markkanen, even at one point actually.
Less on Lauri. People weren't high on Lauri like that.
When he was going to play in Chicago, but
I mean they liked Lauri, but I don't think they gave like Lauri wasn't to the level that Porzingis and KD and Victor were.
For sure,
like,
for sure.
Touted, yeah. So that's for me. It's like when you say Lauri, I'm like, damn, you just tainted the pool right there. But hey, the way he's been playing, though, I can't make that statement too much. Hey, but like I said, the way he's been playing, I can't make it too much of a bashing statement. He's been playing pretty well. But like I said, those are the worries. So we've already talked about that one. So that sounds like a solid transition, Freddie.
I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get buckets around here,